out-ground balled and won most of the face-offs in that game. Aside from a career day from Drake Porter, they might have come out of there with a win. Reagan Andre is starting off with a nice win here.
Gets a face-off win over Tommy Burke. We are set to go. Season now for McCormick, whose dad is the head coach at Williams College.
So new face-off rule this year going in here. Remember, no motorcycle grip. You know, it's neutral zone. You can't take a knee. You're not going to see the long-winded scrums we've seen in the past, so you're going to see some quick ground ball action.
You know, why? What is it about it, this sport? And he just said, I just love playing lacrosse. I love being on the field. He said against Hartford he was a little nervous because obviously he missed the opener, remember, with 11 guys out with COVID protocol, and he was one of them. Cats again come away.
Tommy Burke wins that face-off here.
Gets checked away from Burke there as he had it in his cross for a moment. Faceoff picks it up. Burke and injuries battle. Burke comes away with it, pushes it forward. Gets pushed from behind, and the ball will end up in the stick of Stephen Kuntz, and the Danes will transition to their offensive end. Albany 2-0 on the season. Victories over Cornell, and then their America East opener against Hartford. Ball scooped backward this time and picked up there by Paul Governale. Scott Marr talked about that. They would throw a whole bunch of different things to try to figure out a way to get the advantage at the faceoff. Whistle sounds.
Holding.
It'll be Vermont ball.
Can't hold the cross inside that goal mount. As long as the ball's crossed in. Good goal for Albany. Pulls them to within one here at 4-3.
Macomber's first of the year. A big one for the Great Danes to slow some of that Vermont momentum. Scooped up there nicely by Elijah Gash, and the Danes have control.
Nice hustle there by you.
What I was trying to say is he's one of those guys that just never looks spectacular, but it's always solid. He's super smart, high IQ, really does everything on the field for the Catamounts.
Yeah, Chris Fife said he was not really heavily recruited. He played so many different positions. He played attack, he played midi, he did a little bit of everything. But once he got here to Vermont, he's really fit in well. And first, I think these two teams are kind of feeling each other out here. I thought we might see a little bit faster pace to start this game. Possession's kind of been, key right now, so everybody's kind of feeling each other out. The face-off battle has been kind of even as Reagan Anders gets ready to take this one here.
Andrews had an opportunity to scoop it up there instead of loose ball. Slapped away, kind of almost broomballed away, if you will. Great effort there by Gash. Ball still loose, and Klosterman comes away with it. What an effort by Gash to knock that away.
Great hustle. He's a very athletic kid. His father was
trying to come up with something on the face-off here to get some possession. As you mentioned, possession so important right now. And once again, Burke gets the win, but Albany gets the ball.
Got to pick it up.
Lost there. Slapped away. Gash has a chance, and he picks it up in the long pole.
Only here for a 7-3 Vermont lead.
Danes need to get a good possession here, even if it's not a goal, just a good possession to try to create something, but to get the possession, you've got to win the face-off. Turn things back the way of the purple and gold.
See how this next face-off goes here as well. Reagan Anders taking that as well.
With the exception of one, he's been the man at the face-off the entire game. Checked away there, but picked up again by Nick Altivi.
Chris Fife, like that play.
Back to a 4-goal lead for the Catamounts. Burke pops it out of there. Scooped up by Liam Richmond. The Cats have possession once again.
I believe.
Yeah, I think you're right.
I suggested the arrows, but I guess that was not taken. It has to be the black arrows, they said. So
right.
That's exciting nonetheless to be able to have more lacrosse here in the Capital District.
A long time ago, the Rochester Nighthawks was a regular part of the beat for me, and covering box lacrosse in that league was phenomenal. The fans were it was just such a great atmosphere at the War Memorial in Rochester.
Yeah. My boy Reggie Thorpe was a big part of that. What a great athlete he was, and it's kind of coming, you've seen it come to fruition, and he's had a great story. There was a really good article that came out yesterday at Inside Lacrosse, if you haven't had a chance to see it, but, last week with him scoring his first goal and kind of having his little moment, it was he's arrived and he shows that he can play here at the Division I level.
Nice article locally in the Daily Gazette about him as well, so getting some attention early on.
See if we can get the Danes fired up here for this second half versus Vermont. As Albany's fighting for a ground ball here.
Still loose. And now the Cats come up with it.
Reagan Ender's a good chance to go over here. First Tommy Burke, sorry.
Ball squirts out, slapped away on the ground, picked up there by the Catamounts, Liam Richmond.
Get a little more momentum as Scott Mara gets his troops fired up on the bench.
Got to put some goals together, a little run here for you, Albany. Not just you can't afford to trade goals at this point.
Yep.
Stephen Coons in that goal-scoring column for the first time in his U-Albany career.
Another flag. Where'd that come from? Vermont lead.
11th goal of the year for Thomas McConvey, a all-rookie team member in 2019. Second team selection. As Limoges now has 10 to go along with McCormick, who has 12, and McConvey with 11. Another face-off.
Good check by Will Pepe to pop it loose.
And that'll go to U-Albany.
Peter Schwab is able to get the ground ball for a much-needed possession here. Needs a little bit of help on the side as he's double-teamed. Right, so U-Albany's changing it up here on the face-off. So Jake Pisano, the pole, who has faced off in high school, he's facing it off with the pole. With Ron John on the wing, going two shorties on the wing. So see if he could tie him up right away, get in there and get this 50-50 ball.
6 face-offs for Pisano this year. He's 3 of 6. Make that 4 of 6, 4 of 7, I should say, for Pisano. And the whistle sounds.
Not sure what that was. The refs are talking it out, so can't blame them.
12
face-off for Pisano here.
Won the last one. Knocked free. Still working. Ball rolling around. Scrum for it. Danes come away with it.
Declan Palazin gets the ground ball for the Danes.
Just to the right of that post. You're right. He's looking right into it on any shots that come from the near side.
So we're still 5-on-5 here for the next 25 seconds. Pisano takes the draw, pops it out.
Alvidi picks it up, and the Catamounts go to work.
Pole on pole here. Gonna lock him off in that depth that U-Albany has. Start that fourth quarter momentum possibly here for U-Albany. Burke's able to win it back and bring it back to Cornell. The Danes have some life. The all-important face-off coming up here as Pisano gets prepared to take it with Peter Schwab on the wing and Alex Bergmaster on the opposite wing for the Danes.
Whistle sounds.
It's going to be U-Albany.
Start U-Albany.
Vermont is Ron.
That extra half a second. Yep. And just that window is open for just a little bit longer.
Kept that defender at bay, so he had his hands free to get that shot off. Tommy Burke wins the face-off.
Ball's down, though.
Oh, man, that was a check.
Gash gets go.
U-Albany down 2 goals. Tanner Hay is on the wing with the pole.
Eight of 19 for Andres in this game.
Big ground ball.
Picked up there by the Catamounts. Liam Richmond.
Balls. Ron John and Graydon Hogg on the wings for U-Albany. Need a ground ball. Gotta want it. Big win by Burke right there.
Ron John flips over the top of him. Chris Fife saying